welcome to another My Thoughts On. And on today's video, we're going to look at Final Fantasy 13, arguably the most controversial installment of the franchise, because fans either love it or they absolutely think it's the worst in the franchise. Now, where do I fit in the spectrum? I love this game. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I friggin' love this game. This is the first Final Fantasy game I've ever played, and I played it from beginning to end. It had its problems. I'll get to that in a minute. I'm not saying it was a flawless experience, but I've really enjoyed this game, and I cannot wait for more Final Fantasy games. Now, what's the story of this game? Well, at this point, I can spoil it because it's been out for, well, pretty much 5 years now. Now, the story of Final Fantasy is you have these 6 characters, and they're given something called a focus, which is this mark or brand on your arm or something. And you either have to figure out what your focus is and complete it. And if you don't, you're turned into a monster. And if you do complete your focus, you're turned into crystal. And so these 6 characters go on a mission to escape their focus, their fate. They want to change fate. And there's in this world called Cocoon, and there's another world below this floating world called Cocoon. This world below is called Grand Pulse, which is dominated by creatures. And then Cocoon, the world up in the sky, is where the humans live, and they all fear Pulse. And it... honest to God, I could do an entire video on the story of this game because I thought the story and the mythos was phenomenal. I was hooked within 20 minutes of playing this game for the first time, and I'm so glad I did. Now, let's talk about the gameplay, one of the most controversial parts. People really hate this game because it feels like you're just walking down a hallway the entire game, you know, follow the path, fight enemies along the way, watch a cutscene, fight the final boss, there you go. Okay, I'll admit that is a weak element of the game. I will admit it. For being this is the first game I ever played, I can forgive it for that. Okay? And now I will agree, there are moments, especially late in the game, where it is boring and you are just like grinding all through hell. But trust you, once you get to a certain point after you are done grinding and you've maxed out your characters as far as you can, that's when the game picks back up and it gets great again. Okay, not great, but good. Entertaining as all hell, and I'm so worth my money to get this game. So, gameplay aside, the linearity, because again, I haven't played previous ones, I haven't played 7, I haven't played 3, you know, some of the greatest games ever, apparently. And I might, eventually. Gameplay aside, when the action's happening, it was addicting. I really enjoyed fighting the monsters, and this is not a game where you simply go high HP and go all out attack. You gotta really, there are some enemies you really need to be strategical, because they will kick your ass. Like, they will kill you. And the freaking, one of the final bosses, Barpantuous, whatever you say his name, I swear to God I will rip his fucking spine out of his back. You fight him 3 times in the game. The first time is one of the most hardest and frustrating boss battles I've ever played in a video game ever. And it's because you're not leveled up all the way yet, your characters aren't that strong yet, and just... the annoying part is you can keep your characters alive to fight him. That's not the problem. Is if you take too long to fight him, he casts a spell on you, which if you have like 2 minutes left to kill him, and his health goes down so slow, and if you don't kill him within that time limit, nope, you're dead. You just wasted 20 minutes fighting this guy. Too bad you're dead. Play again next time. Trust me, there were a couple of times I wanted to just throw my fucking controller out the window and just be like, fuck this game, But I didn't. I eventually beat him, and it was so satisfying as all hell. So now the characters in the game. Honest to God, Lightning, who is pictured here, is badass, and one of my favorite characters in fiction. I swear to God, I loved her story, and how she's trying to save her sister, and then her fiance, her sister's fiance, Snow, is there. And, you know, he's trying to save her too, and then Lightning, hates her sister's fiance, and then throughout the game they have to work together, and you have these other characters like Saz, Hope, Vanille, and Fang. And I honestly, God, I really liked all these characters. I know a lot of you Final Fantasy fans are going to be like, oh, you don't fucking know what you're talking about, this game fucking sucks, Again, first game in the franchise I've ever played, and I'm sure as I play more, like there's one coming up in March, Type 0, can't wait for that. Yeah, it'll lose a lot of praise from me because I'll be playing better ones, but that's the point. This game made me a Final Fantasy fan, and I'm glad it did, because I am so hooked in this franchise, and I played other ones, and I really cannot wait to play more. And the characters, man, they were so awesome. The gameplay, while very linear and can be boring at times, if you really push yourself through it, it can be good. Like when the action's happening, man, it's good. Graphics for 2010, superb. Shows the PS3 had some real power in it. And yeah, I guess the 360 version had power too. Music, oh my god, the music is phenomenal. This is one of the games that illustrates why you need good music in a video game. Because if you're going to be running through very linear sections of gameplay and you need something good, the music will get you through it, man. And the battle music is good. The boss musics are phenomenal and they feel epic and grand in scale. And probably one other problem I can complain about with this game, because again, I did enjoy this game. Don't make me think I'm hating on the game at this point. I really did enjoy it. If you hate the game, I completely understand why, but I liked it for what it was. This game is very much like playing a movie, alright? I will say that, because there are a lot of cutscenes, and some of them are very long, and you'll literally play like 2 minutes of gameplay for a 5-minute cutscene, alright? That I can completely understand people hating on for it, and again, towards the end of the game, it really started to bug me too. But at that point, I was like, alright, I'm already near the end of the game, I'm not going to let that ruin the experience. Let's keep going, and sure enough, I beat the game, and it was great. So, if you've never played a Final Fantasy game, for the love of God, I think this is like, what, $10 now at GameStop or anywhere online, do yourself a favor and pick it up. If you want if you like RPGs and you haven't ever played a Final Fantasy game, I recommend giving it a try. So thank you for watching another Thoughts On. Please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.